And yeah, still conditions. And take a look at this high-flying duo. Josh Kerr and Jack Freestone, two of the best aerials. David Silva and Matea Hikili out of Tahiti. This is going to be a great lineup, and we're on the clock for our first 25-minute heat. And our surfer in blue, without priority, jumps on at the 20-year-old from the North Shore of Tahiti, and probably loving these little lefts. A goofy footer. Gets a little tail free out the back. We're taking a look at Josh Kerr. Josh has been making the news with some big aerial moves over at Rocky Point. And, you know, when you think of Josh Kerr, one of the most popular, one of the most exciting, and Josh can do it in any and all conditions. Here we go at a nice launch. There's our surfer in white, Jack Freestone. He and Kerr are two of the best out of Australia that can throw air. And Freestone's not some kind of tiny little lightweight kid. He's a big kid.
And fast. So if you can punch a big air, you know, on that last little section on the toilet bowl, it's going to give you a couple extra points over someone who might avoid that maneuver. As we see Matea from Tahiti getting a little unstuck there on that end section. Those lefts are very tricky to surf. So whoever can really surf and grab big scores in those lefts, I'm going to give him a lot of credit. And there's the speed and the whip from Josh Kerr. He's known for being one of the fastest guys on tour.
And he's a multi-time champion in terms of air contests.
And there's Jack Freestone. Again, super easy. Just warming up. How's that for warm up?
There's a lot of traveling. That's well over $50,000 probably just in travel funds. His backhand attack, it was a little slippery at the beginning and the back. So when you unweight your board like that, it gets a little sketchy. You need the pressure on the board.
Or he's up there pretty high.
Here we go, David Silva. David spells his first name a little different. Asked the Portuguese guys what's going on. They said, well, they just spelled it. It's pronounced David, but D-E-I-V-I-D. Whatever works. And he has been a standout. He won in China over Miguel Tudela back last year. Yes, we have contests in China.
You know, they're familiar with small beach break conditions in Brazil, so they know how to generate a lot of speed. And look at that, so much zip. Off that last maneuver there. So just a two, but you can see he is switched on. I think ideally you'd like to catch a right-hander today.
Here we go, ready to launch into space. No, there's the section right there, and Josh Kerr can make those things look so easy. And in the beginning, we were all worried about grabs. Let's take a look out the back, and there's two surfers split in the peak. Here's Freestone for a cover-up. Switch over to the left, and it is Matea Hikili. And he's got a little section here that'll stand up. And Ross, you've seen that one section. It's okay out the back.
Inside on a tricky closeout. So again, these left-handers are going to be tough to get big scores, but these guys are so good, they make it happen anyways. As we see Josh Kerr, another real easy air reverse there for him. So he's picking away at a couple of decent waves. And Matea, there's that left-hander. See how he hits that deep spot? So he wipes off speed. Live action, Dave.
Wow. Freestone spinning to win, so the Australians are keeping on the right. And look at this long line out the back for David Silva. He's got a 3.73 in the score line, trying to ditch a 0.9 as we get underway. It looks like everybody's got two scores. Some solid turns, late hit, but he makes it look easy, and looking for a new board. As hard and as fast as we can. Here is David Silva.
Well, if he is worried about his equipment not working, I kind of like what I'm seeing. He's flying around there, getting a lot of speed. And yeah, he's kind of waved his preps before your heat starts, and looks like Josh on a gem.
Josh Kerr working his first priority, splitting it on the back as our surfer in Matea Hikili, and Josh rotates again. Well, you want to just differentiate yourself from the other surfers, but it seems like all these surfers can do it. We're in for an air show today.
So if someone can get one of these airs and back it up with a second carve or a maneuver or even just a little off the lip, I think that's when we'll break into those mid-6s or 7s. Ditch.
Surfer in white has priority out the back, but this is our surfer now. Hikili to the inside without priority. He's working it. Jack Freestone. Now, he's not one, but he's a two-time world junior champion. Not easy when you have that kind of a contest. Well, he won in Bali, and that was a great show for him. Here's Josh again, just relentless on this right. And they're getting scores to him right now. Josh opened up with a 5.33.
We saw that board change by David Silva. Even though it looked like he was surfing fine, he went from a 5.7 round pin, as Ross pointed out. It's a round pin. Now he's up and riding, and he's riding a 5.10, more of a squash tail. So he told his caddy he just wasn't happy with how that board was feeling under his feet. Quick equipment change there. We'll see if that change pays off for the surfer in yellow.
And we go back to live action. Thank you, Todd. And getting a quick one, Jack Freestone. Jack opened up with a 5.
So right now, you know, Josh Kerr, he has a little bit of a lead, but this heat is still wide open with 5 minutes to go.
David Silva up on the screen and chasing down that left, the goofy footer. And he is trying to replace a 3.73. He's in the second or left, who came out to the full screen. 4 minutes, 48 seconds remaining. Freestone in second, needs a 2.23. Oh, that's how you get it.
Yeah, micro scores there needed for, this is kind of a funny heat. Jack Freestone, Matteo Hikili, just a little bigger number for him, 4.8, but.
And that might cost you a heat to the inside. Matteo Hikili, French Polynesian. And that was not, that was a slip, and it looked like a tough hit. Well, David Silva trying to make it happen. Oh, here's a replay of his one wave to the inside.
And you can see David Silva is really keen on those left-handers. He's been hanging over there. I think he likes that length of ride. He wants to string together a bunch of maneuvers. Josh Kerr, a lot of flow. Look how easy he's making that wave look, even though it's on a smaller side. Kind of sewed together. 3 nice little carby turns there. So he's trying to get rid of a 5.6.
Josh was looking for something tricky. Went on the left. He did use his first priority. And
so a nice little set coming in.
Freestone knows that he is got third priority, so he's going to try to make something happen here. No, looks over his shoulder. Second priority going to work it. Watch first priority. He's going to keep him off it. And again, he goes left. No backhand attacks here for our surfer. David Silva using his first priority. There's a big launch and a landing. And at one point, it looked like there's no way.
Wow.
What a rotation.
I'm guessing he's going to get that 5.5. He had a little snap and then a pretty tidy air reverse. So Jack's going to need a score.
He comes in, Freestone. Boy, what? Blindside. 1 minute, you think you got it. You're there. You're safe. And then sure enough, priority.
That was clutch, Dave. You know, he could have. I'm going to go big. And, you know, 5.5 is kind of a big score this morning with the scale set a little on the low side. Jack right behind him in a dying seconds. Obviously not going to get the score he needs. And, you know, David Silva did take a quick look at that right, but he's been very keen on these left-handers. But watch this air. Kind of a tough landing, but I love how fast he spun out of it. So very clean. And if I had to take a guess, he'll get the score. Yeah, we think he got it, but judges still deliberating.
Well, here we go. 2 more scores, and then we're going to take a quick break and come back for heat number 6. And the score is a 6.17. David Silva does move up into the second spot. Silva with a 10.74 to Jack Freestone's 10.07. Silva with the big hug.